Boom, 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 boom. All right. Good morning, Dwayne. Good morning, everybody. Hope you had a wonderful night last night. I think our class went really well. Hope looks good to see Jolly actually drawing some of the things that we drew last night. Uh, Prior to that, I heard the only thing that he drew was flies, right? Ah, so I hope you're having a great day. All right, let's see. How is the account today? We are up $209. 210. Keep going up, baby. 211. Oh, now back to 208. So that's good. It's really good. That's what we like to see. So we start our day as we do any day, and we go into the spreadsheet and start recording stuff so we know where we're at and what adjustments we need to make. So the net lick of the account. Let's pull up our spreadsheet. Super duper Sweet Bobby spreadsheet. First thing I'm going to do is enter my net lick for today. Today is 12, 30, 20. And the net lick is 44,828.53. Going in the right direction. So check it out. Just in the last few days, we made 373 that day, 173. Oh crap! We lost $43, but then we're up $316. And based on when I put it in yesterday, and you know, you don't have to put it in multiple times a day. It's about the same. But from the time that I put it in last on the 29th, we are. Oh, let me see. Got a little chat popped up. I'm not hearing you. Is it just me? I hope it's not just you. The microphone's plugged in. Let's see. Make sure I'm not muted. Okay, here comes Jolly. We'll chat with him. Hey, Matt, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, Matt can hear me. So, Dwayne, it may just be you. Try logging out of the Zoom and log back in. See if you can pick me up that way. Okay, sorry you're having a little trouble. So the account is up a little bit today, $159 here. On my other thing, it says I'm up $210, no problem. So let's go into the Greeks and ratios and see where we sit for the day. Now, keep in mind, I've got a SPX trade in today. I've posted those in the trade input links. But that's going to, certainly affect my buying power, and I just know it's a one-day deal. But let's record the Greeks. We have negative deltas. Yay! Negative 8.3. Let's record that. SPY weighted deltas, negative 8.3. Then we move over to theta. And guys, if you'll notice on this, I don't know if I've told you this before, but the ones in blue, those are the ones that you actually put data into, if it's got a blue column here. Okay, everything else you don't touch. So what is our juicy theta for the day? We love theta. 61.01. We'll record that. Will that get us a green? 61.01. Come on, be green, baby. Be green. Give me a green here. Yes, I am above 0.10% and below 1%. So this basically tells you Sweet Bobby is in a sweet loving place with the theta. Now, what's our vega? I don't like negative vega, but it's part of what we do. Not too bad, guys, compared to what it has been. Negative 50.42. We'll record that. Negative 150.42. See, up in here, I was negative 400, negative 500. Negative 150.42. Beautiful. How much buying power we used? Here's where I get spanked every day because I'm a little aggressive in my account, but I am using 25,764. 25,764 is the amount of buying power that I'm using. 25,764. It's going to come over here and now tell me that I am at some ungodly figure that I shouldn't be. It's at 57.47. Well, what should I be at? Well, let's see what VIX is. What is our friend VIX doing today? VIX is at 2288, right? So we go back to the spreadsheet. We look at our little note up here. If VIX is between 20 and 30, we should be at a 35% max of our buying power. So I will spank myself. Bad Bobby, you have violated a rule. You're an idiot. You're using too much buying power. I realize that. And we'll go over here. You can either do the tasty trade adjustment where you need to put 66 SPY weighted negative deltas in your account, or you can follow the one that I've been following lately, and that is the over here being basically delta neutral. So it's saying, hey, do I need to make an adjustment? No adjustment, Bobby, on your deltas. Deltas are fine. Your theta is fine. You are quite the young man. So when we go to our action tab, go back to your action tab, it'll tell me what to do today. Do I need to adjust my buying power? Yes, Bobby. If so, how? Closing positions. And it even tells me in the macros, this is all based on the micro ES, y'all, which expirations to close. Will I be selling premium today? No, because it tells me that I don't need to because I'm using too much buying power anyway. Okay? Do I listen to that always? Not necessarily. Sometimes I will overwrite that and I'll sell premium anyway. But we basically know, hey, I'm overextended in my account. So let's go and see if there's something we can manage to kind of get me back in my spreadsheet's favor. Are there things that I can close? So I go list all of my little positions. Then I come over here and I sort them. Just click on the PL percentage until it sorts it. And I like sorting it from highest to lowest, okay, as far as percentages. Now, my SPX trade is up 38%. Yay. So that's the zero DTE trade that you hear everybody doing nowadays. So I do that. I don't go full blown in. I may do one contract. I may scale into that, do a little bit more, but I keep that kind of small. Then we look at my Apple position. Yo, baby, we are up $145 on that. It's up 33%. Nice. Snap. Remember the Snap trade that we put on together? That's up again, $11 today. It's up 31%. My FXI trade is up 27%. Natural gas, guys, is up $150 altogether. I mean, that's clearly, you can sort it here too by your biggest losers and your biggest winners. Look, it is by far the biggest position on the table. It's taking up $2,000 worth of buying power, all right? It's not my biggest buying power, little baby, but it's taking up quite a bit. So why don't we go in and claim the profits? Let's ring the register. Let's ring the register, baby. I'm all about it. So natural gas, remember I like trading these separately, so let's try to create separate orders on those. Got a mid price and a nat price. Again, I'm greedy, so we're going to try to go in and close that at the better price by me paying the least amount. Let's do that. See if we get, it always comes in my phone first so I can hear it buzz. All right, let's then try to close the call. We'll let that one sit a little bit. Mid is 21, nat is 21. That one will go. That one will fill. Does my phone buzz? Bingo. I'm out of that. Let's see what we've got going on now. We've got that working order. Going to have to maybe bump that one up just a bit. Again, I'm greedy, so I'm going to bump it up in pennies till we get out. My phone beeped for the cancel, but it didn't buzz for the fill. All right, that's why I put it up next to my face. I like to hear the buzz. And for some reason, I'm not sure if you guys, if it does it the same, but my order always fills through my phone first before I know that it happens in my computer. Okay, there's the buzz for the cancel, and no additional buzz as I'm using my phone as a facial vibrating system. So I'm going to have to go all the way up to the nap price to get filled, aren't I? There. Boom, chicka boom, chicka boom. All right. So we have managed a position. We have claimed profits in our natural gas. What's the next thing I do? I go to my commodities page. Oh, y'all, this is my last commodity position until the new year, it looks like. So we need to enter these orders. So I got filled on the calls at 0.021 on the calls. Now, keep in mind, this is one of those, because all the commodities are different, that it doesn't automatically do the calculation for you. You got to put in the actual amount of the debit that I paid. So let's see what that would have been. So the debit on that was, hold on, at 21 was 212.77. 212.77. Come on. See, the way it's left in there, it calculates it at 333. 212.77 was the debit on the call side. What was the debit on the put side? It was 0.032. So it's going to show that this one was a loss, I guess, because it took 300, 500. Wow. Took more than I thought to close that. 0.032. Said that was 322.77. So, what was my total on that? I made 244. I lost 135 on that one. Overall, that was a positive trade. Let's see how much I made on that one. 244.46 minus 135.54 equals 108.92. Not as good as I thought it was going to be. Dang it. But my little spreadsheet said, hey, Bobby, take a little risk off. And that's what I'm doing. So we're exiting this on 12/30/20. I was in that trade for just a itty bit. How many days? In there for 6 days. And on that particular leg, I lost. I'm just going to put other there when I really don't know how to keep that. So we'll go over here. Oh man, I just suck on that one. I hate showing red. But if you're going to do it, you know, if I'm going to manage these legs separately, that's what it is, right? Dang, losing trade. But we overcompensate on this one, and we're going to show that we have a win here when I close that at 12/30. God, can y'all believe it's 12/30, y'all? 2020, the year that never ends. And that shows me I made a nice little profit on that one of $244. How does Daddy do it? What was that? Overall, it was like a 30% gain on the whole thing, was it? We'll put that there. All right. My family has gone to Kroger to pick up the groceries for the day. That's why it's so quiet in the background. No kids are screaming. No dogs are barking. I'm not sure if they took the dog or not. Now, bingo, baby. So I've got those 2 trades recorded. Now let's go and look how we're doing in our Greeks. All right. So we're still negative deltas. That even got us more negative deltas, didn't it? Negative 15.26. So let's go and do that. Greeks and ratios. Yeah, look at that. Negative 15.26. So that helped in our deltas getting a little more negative. What's our theta? Here's where we're going to take a little hit. Here's where I may drop off the radar. Theta is at 51.07. 51.07. There. Am I still green? Am I still green? Yes, I'm still above 0.10. barely, right? So I'm in a very, very nice place. Now let's see what it did to our buying power used. That should have gone down a bit. 23,843. 23,843. Yep, took it down a little bit, didn't it? 23,843. Shaboom. And now we went from 57% down to 53%. I'm still a bad boy. I'm still too high, but that's okay. We all make mistakes. And we got that Vega down to 115. Negative 115.69. Uh-oh. Negative 115.69. Boom. Gosh, what is wrong with me? Negative 115.69. And I would imagine that it's still going to say, hey, Bobby, you are Delta fine. You fine specimen of a human being. You need not to make any changes to your Delta. So look at us. We're short Delta. We're positive Theta. We got money raking into our account. We got Vega very manageable. If you're going to go by the tasty trade mantra of having your deltas at half of your Vegas, you need to add some more negative deltas to your account. But I am fine, baby. Fine, baby, fine. And it still says, hey, you need to adjust your buying positions. You're not going to be selling premium today. But I've already sold premium today, haven't I? Because I have entered 2 SPX trades. Why don't we log those so that we'll have every little order in its place? And it'll kind of help you in the process of entering trades. So I go to the 0 DTE trades. And today I'm doing SPX. I did a Johnny one lot contract of the 3720s, 3720, 3710 put spread. Okay. What delta was, I'll just always put 10 here. I think it was like the 14 or the 13 today. And I entered that on 12/30/20. How much did I pay, or did I get a credit for? I got 45.45. This is another one on SPX because it's weird and I hadn't figured out how they do it yet. I got to figure out how to make this formula work, but I got in a credit of 42.74. And let's just show you, let's compare. What's this? See, I haven't figured it out. On the same, I did a put on the 28th, right? SPX put, I got 45 cents, and I brought in 42.83. But today, I do the same $10 wide spread. I bring in 45. Do I bring in 42.83? No, I bring in 42.74. What gives? I mean, why is that? Maybe y'all can explain it, but I don't know why. Thinkorswim, why they do the little deal like that. So when I put this in, it actually makes a difference on my weekly premium, guys. See this? It'll actually say that I have sold premium today. Let's go back to my action tab. Yeah. So if I was going by this, it says I'm not selling premium, but I have. And if I was going by this, I still need $258 left to go, right? So let's go trade the next leg of my trade, which is the call leg. Let's put it in. SPX. I did a Johnny one lot because that's how Sweet Bobby rolls. And we did the 37.55 and the 37.65 calls. I'll put a C there to let me know it's calls. I always put 10 delta. I don't know what it was. Entered on 12/30/20. How much did Sweet Bobby receive for that? 0.45. How much money did I get? Check. What's this out? It'll be different. No, it's the same. No. Now check this out. This is a call. Is it 42.74 being 45 cents? No. It's going to be the 42.83 that I got on the puts the other day. Unbelievable. What the frick? What the frick, people? Why you give me these little things here? Don't give me that. I don't want that. There. Now, let's see if that made a difference in the amount of premium. Yes, it did. That went down even more. So if I was following my little daily guidelines for how much premium I should sell, I should be at another text from you guys. Y'all, be glad you don't live in Georgia right now. Oh my gosh. Oh. For some reason, they know I haven't voted, and they want me to vote for Warnock or Assoff or Loeffler or whatever that other person's name is, Purdue. I mean, go make some chicken, man. And they won't quit sending me texts. Y'all, I don't care what state you're in, you're probably getting texts for us to vote for our two senators here in Georgia. All right, so I got everything entered in. Sweet Bobby is looking nice. Now, is there any losers that I need to? Oh, you mean we have losers in the account? Don't tell anybody, okay? Keep that quiet. No, we always have losers. And a lot of times the losers are bigger than the winners, aren't they? All right? So, yeah, we got some losers. We know what the problem is with the ES, don't we? That's those 25 loan puts that I have that are part of the Black Swan hedge. That's not really a loss because I paid for those by selling puts in ES to a point that I got those on for free. And those are about to expire this week. Let's see how many more days I got on there. Look at there. I got one more day of 25 loan puts. Everything else is looking good, I'll bet you. Y'all saw those little overnight ES trades I put in the other day. They're still on there. Chewy. Oh my gosh. What did I do in Chewy? Chewy was, I think, an in-out spread. And that one is down $227. I'm down $30 today. That one has 16 days in it. I don't know if I've ever rolled an in-out spread. I don't know if you can roll an in-out spread. I bet you can. Let's see what I can do. What should I do with that? Down $227. God, I suck. Let me just look at what else we got that's losing. All right, here we've got something that's up $2.50. It's down 67%. A position in XLK. Do y'all even know what XLK is? I think it's a XLK is. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. XLK is. Let me take a drink of Diet Coke. Technology. It's a technology ETF. I'm pretty sure of that. All right, so here we go. I have a call in XLK, 16 days to go, and I am just sucking on it. So let's see if we right click on that, create a rolling order. Let's see. What will that do for us? It will let me roll it out to. It's not traded. It's not traded. Why is it not traded? Is it not traded in January 22nd? Let's just pull it up and see. Trade XLK. Here we go. There's my little position in XLK. It's a little call. Look though, I'm not even in the money. Isn't that cool? So I could close that and then I could roll that baby out to, and I'm not a big roller, y'all. I'm a closer. I like closing, reestablishing positions. That is the 132. Let's see if we rolled her out a week, what would happen? 132 here. 132. Well, no wonder. Yeah, it's not traded, is it? You guys suck. Why is there no... Oh my gosh. Well, let's see what we can do. Why don't we just close it? Let's close this loser that's gone over 50% loss. So we would go right click here, create closing order. So we buy that for, I'm going to try $1.47. Why do I do that? Because I am a greedy SOB. I'm going to put up the vibrator to my face to see if we close out of that. Let's see. Come on, vibrate. Vibrate, baby. No. Cancel and replace. Let's pop it up to $1.48 where we will get filled. Boom. Hey, it actually went through my computer first before it vibrated me. That's interesting. All right, let's go enter that trade, shall we? Y'all bear with me. I told y'all it's going to get repetitive. We did that for $1.48 in XLK. Let's pull up the super duper magic spreadsheet. I put that under the equities tab. Where is it? XLK. Oh man, it's a loser, y'all. XLK. There she is. Rainy days and losers always get me down. I need to restart my sheet. Look, it's not giving the updated price on that. That's troublesome. So I got $1.48 for that on the current day price. That means I lost $96.10. Crap. Now 64%. How in the world? And I exited that on 12/30, 20. Y'all, I should embrace my losers more because you don't get the winners without the losers. Why is that green? That should be red. This should be red. Come on, darling. There it is. Negative $58 is what I lost on it. All right, so let's do this. Notes. I just put notes, other. I need to start putting in a 50% lost on them since if I'm going to follow that tasty trade little thingy-majig. So let's mark this red. Oh, does it hurt? Oh, the agony of making something red. Such a loser. All right, then remember, guys, take out the option name where you pasted that in from TD Ameritrade from Thinkorswim because it will slow your little spreadsheet down having all of those in there. So we close that. That's also going to help on buying power, right? So we close that for $1.48, that current price. That was the 132 call. Well, let's just look at XLK, shall we? Shall we pull it up on our little charts and see what our little eye spies? XLK. Y'all are sure quiet today. Y'all okay? Dwayne, you okay? Matt, you okay? All right. Pull up, baby. Come on, you can do it. Unbelievable. Here's our charts we drew last night. XLK in volume profile. Let's see if I still got the same assumption in this little deal-a-majig. Let's pull up this XLK. Let's go to Trading View, XLK. And as I told you last night, I couldn't get the E-minis to pull up in this, but I could on my phone. After we got off of our class last night, I went right to the phone, put it in. What do I know? Okay, so here is our recent high right here from back in September. Check us out. Looks like we are busting past that. We are in an upward channel. We are toward the top of our regression channel. Let's see if we finally got it pulled up back here. My gosh, man, why are you not pulling up? Unbelievable. Y'all remind me to go to Best Buy. Oh, there we go. I just had to hit enter. Okay. So, I must have sold the call maybe somewhere in here, thinking it would go here. It didn't go there, but we're still at the top. We're in an upward channel. Did I not draw my green lines? Did I not draw my green lines? Well, Bobby, if you goofy little butt, you need to draw them, don't you? If you're going to have a position in there. Even though I got to draw it at the end of December for January, let's see what it looks like. Are we oversold? Are we overbought? What are we? Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, and we want to make a trade in DraftKings today, don't we? Isn't that right, Matt? Matt,
Yes.
the DraftKings dude. Have I told y'all the reason that I got into trading? Does anyone know that story? Look, I got a pink one there. That's a daily on XLK. All right, let's remove that. All right, let's draw this quickly, shall we? Let's go to chart mode. Let's go to monkey bar. Monkey, monkey, monkey. By the way, if y'all have a miniature donkey or know where you can get a miniature donkey at a good price, please let me know. I want one so bad. My kids want one so bad, but they are so dang expensive. Jeez. Who would think that a miniature donkey is expensive? And you have them on the farm. People go, why would you want a donkey? Do you know that donkeys kill coyotes? You can go to YouTube and watch videos of a donkey killing a coyote. Now, will a miniature donkey do that? I'm not sure, but they're cute as heck. I really, really want one. Okay, here we go. So we've got the day. Remember, you do not want the 1 year one day. You want the 3 month one day. Then you want to go to the month of November. That is November. So let's do a little Fibonacci extension, baby. I mean retracement. Yeah, Fibonacci retracement. We're going to go from the bottom of November to the top. Bingo. We're going to right click. We're going to edit the properties. We're going to get it centered just right. We're looking at the high and the low. For that, the low is 110.08 for the month of 110.08. What is the high? The high is 125.36. We hit OK. Okay. Now we go to our field extension tube. We go to the 50% line. Click the left click button. We go to the center of the green line. Right there. Then we go up to 100. Or up to the 0 line. Shaboom, shaboom. Now we want to move, and I apologize, I try to teach in everything we do. We're going to move the 0 line up to the 200 line. We do that by right-clicking, activating. We're going to pull the 0 up to the 200, shabam. And then remember, we want to take the 100 line and line it up with this little red right here at the beginning of that red. So get it right there. Boom, chicka boom. Hit your escape key. Right click on this one and remove it. Then we're going to right click, edit properties. We're going to call this the November for December because we're using November numbers to project December. We set that color for all curves. We're going to make it green because green is money, baby. Green is money. Let's change this puppy back to standard so we can see where price is in our little XLK. Oh, where'd it go? Where did my price go? Jeez. Unbelievable. Undeniable. Well, I want to go back to the volume profile anywhere. That's where it shows up, isn't it? All right, so let's squeeze our volume profile so we can take a look. My baby makes me proud. Lord, how she makes me proud. Check this out, guys. It is in, okay, remember, this is the fair price. You go to the little, what do you call it, dash line. That's the middle of fair price. And it's bound by the 20% and the 80%. So this is the fair price range of our little friend technology ETF XLK. We see that we are in, and let me do my little drawing. This is an overbought condition. What is this condition down here? This is an oversold condition. All right? This thing that I will draw will look like a butt, but it's not a butt. It's a little little thing showing you fair value range. Everybody with me? Now we look at our little volume profile. This is where volume has been most heavily traded over the last 10 days, right? Because we're on a 30-minute, 10-day chart. This is one standard deviation up, one standard deviation down. Price is here. Sweet Bobby knows absolutely, positively nothing, but if I'm a gambling man, then I'm betting that, and I am a gambling man, that price is going to go back to here. And it very well may go back to here. And there's a good chance it may go back to here. Heck, there's even a chance it could go down and touch this. So, what is Sweet Bobby going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to put my call back in at a longer expiration because I believe this still might happen. So let's go back to our little option chain. It was the 132 where we were at. It cost me, what, $1.48 to change that puppy around. Where do I want to go? Well, let's see where the volatility is highest. At 9 days, at 16 days where we are, it's 24.35. It's 24.24 there in the 23-day option. It's 26 here. It's 26.83 here. Aha. I could go out 51 days. I don't want to go out that long. So I'm going to go to the highest one here. Let's see if we got some good old liquidity here at 30 days. I was at the 132. They don't give me a 132. But check this out, guys. Check this sweet stuff out, baby. It cost me $1.48 to close that puppy, right? So if I'm rolling, I want to roll for credit, right? I told you I'm not really a roller. It's not what I do. I like to close and reopen. But what I would like to do is collect a credit that is higher than the $1.48 that it took me to close it. And if I do that, I can go, oh my gosh, Sweet Beth just texted me and said, JoJo, my 6-year-old said the F word. So we've taken YouTube off of his little game that he has. That's got to be where he's getting it. Of course, he does watch Orange is the New Black with us, so that might be where he picks it up too. So we need to start looking at that. So what I'm going to do now is to sell a call that's going to get me more than the $1.48 that it took me to close that little puppy a while ago. I'm a greedy SOB. I'm going to move that up from $1.74 to $1.77. I'm going to hit the confirm and the send. Let me get my vibrator ready. Vibrator ready. Go. Vibrate, baby. Vibrate, baby. I'm impatient. Let's, wait a minute. $1.77, it's gone down now, hasn't it? $1.75 is the bid. Let's see if we get filled there. Come on, give me a beep. Boom! Sweet Bobby is in the trade for $1.75. Do y'all see how I made that decision? This is what you do every day. This is fun. This is the best fun you can have. Guys sitting at a computer, just making these trades on a daily basis. Now, some of you may have smaller accounts than I have, right? I just did a Johnny one lot. So what are you going to do? You want to take this trade with me? You want to go out 30 days? You could do a little spread. And let's see if we can go to Tastyworks. It's easier to move around strikes than it on Tastyworks. Y'all want to trade here? Let's see if we can set you up a trade if you've got a smaller account. XLK, I went out 30 days. Let's see if I remember how to use this thing. Okay, so if we were to, I forget what I sold. How did I show more strikes? Strikes, here we go, 16, let's show 20 strikes. All right, let's see. I sold this one, didn't I? The 135, 134. So what if you sell that and you do that and you buy that one How much? Look at this, guys. We got you a great, great, great little trade. If you want to take that same trade with me, you're needing some premium today. Looks like you can bring in a credit of 35 cents on a $1 spread. That gives you right where we want to be, around that 66 to 70% probability of success. Gives you $35 of extrinsic value. Probability of hitting 50% at 77%. It gives you some maybe needed negative deltas. It gives you a little theta. Look at that. Let's hit the review and send button. What does it show us? How much buying power is this going to take? Buying power effect. It's going to cost you $67 in buying power. Cha-ching! You got you a great little trade there, and regardless of your account size, you should be able to do that. Who's taking the trade? Jolly Wally, you in with me, baby? Dwayne, you going in with me? Talk to me, baby. Or y'all just going to leave me hanging? What do you do?
$35 doesn't seem like much.
35 bucks doesn't seem like much? But it's 1/3 the width of the spread, right? I mean, I'm trying to get you a trade based on your account size. Hey, if you want to, do the naked call like I did. What was how much buying power did it cost me in that? Let's see. XLK took me $2,400 in buying power. If you don't want that much, go closer. Do a $3 spread. Let's try a $3 spread. Let me show all of my strikes. All of my strikes in XLK. I mean, if you move that out, oh, they're calling me again about that dang election. I'm not voting for any of them. Unbelievable. What if we move this? How do you move that? There we go. Okay. That's well, it won't let me. That's a $6 wide based on the strikes that we've got there. Let's move that to a $2 wide. Come on. Come on, baby. All right. What does that look like? That's a 68 probability of success. Gives you an 80% probability. You're bringing in 65 cents. 65. Let's say we want 1/3 the width of the strikes, right? Hey, Rick, welcome in, baby. So if we're doing a $2 wide and we're bringing in 65 cents, $2 divided by 3 is 66 cents. There you go. You got another trade, and this time, Dwayne, you're bringing in what? Extrinsic value, 64 cents. You want more than that? Then go down, make it a $3 wide. Move this closer. So that's a 133, 136. Bring in $105. You've got a $3 wide spread. You're bringing in a little over 1/3. Look at there. You got a probability of profit right where we need to be. Your probability of 50% has gone down from 80 to 66. You're getting nice negative deltas. You're getting nice positive theta. Maximum profit of 105. Maximum loss of 195. Pull the trigger. Now you're going against technology, aren't you? But remember, our analysis is based on a couple of things. It's based on volume profile being at the top. It's based on us being in an overbought condition on our monthly. We're expecting perhaps a return to this level. No guarantee. And then when we pull up the XLK linear regression channel, we're at the top of that. It's certainly channeling up. You may be betting against the trend, but I like my odds on a 30-day trade. What if it doesn't make it? Guess what I'm going to do? I just closed that puppy for $1.48, made a loss on it, but we brought in a credit of $1.74 or something. That's what you do. You just keep rolling. Rolling, 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 even though it doesn't look like a roll by what I did. Now, Jolly Wally Wally said that he wanted to look at a trade in DraftKings. Let's do it. First of all, I like going to Tastyworks. I go between the two. Let's see what DraftKings looks like. What's our, DKNG. Isn't that right? DraftKings? There we go. What are we looking like, baby? Well, we're looking like an IV rank of 11.2. My gosh. Why would we want to sell something that has a IV rank of 11.2? That's kind of low, isn't it? But look at the actual volatilities in these monthlies and weeklies. And it's showing 60%, 68, 72. What expiration are you looking at? Do you have a position on in this one at all, Jolly?
I do not. I just saw that it was towards the bottom of the fair
Volatility?
cash value.
Oh, okay.
Or, well, I just saw it in the chart and it looked like it was trading in the fair value, but towards the very bottom.
Toward the very bottom. Let's see what we're doing in a linear regression thingy.
It's on a downtrend, is what I saw.
Well, if on the daily, what we're looking like at here, well, you know, from here to here, certainly we've gone down, right? But the overall linear regression channel for 100 periods is up. So we've popped our head, we've kind of migrated toward the center. We got a little bit of consolidation. Does anyone see anything else here? Now, y'all, I'm not a chartist. I am not a chartist at all, but does anyone see something here? See if I can draw something for you. Chicka-boom, chicka-boom. Let me duplicate that. Well, no, just draw no. Chicka-boom. Islands in the stream. That is what we are. What does that look like to you guys? It's like a triangle, doesn't it? Where price.
A breakout's coming.
A breakout's coming, isn't it? Now, do we know that?
In theory.
In theory. We don't know that. But, you know, what if it does? Do we want to be there? So if a consolidation is, if a breakout's coming, what would we do? What's the play? I sure in heck don't want to be selling premium with an IV rank of 11. And here we go. Look at DraftKings. We are at the bottom. Here's where over the last 10 days the most volume is traded. We see price was up there for a long time. Chicka-boom. You know, I would almost expect if we're going to break out to which side? Up. How cool is that? Well, let's go to our little clean chart. And if it doesn't take over an hour, we'll do this. We'll draw us something in DraftKings. Man, I love this. Y'all, where else can you sit like this and just trade together all day? Isn't this fun? Not all at once. Not everybody say it's fun. I think Jolly thinks it's fun. He said his wife's going to make him drop out of the room. He's spending too much time in it. Y'all, I got to go to the Best Buy. I got to get me a computer. This thing's going to take this long. It's never done this, but I've never been on Zoom and Tastyworks and Tasty Trade and this and that and unbelievable. Here we go. All right, let's look at DraftKings. Let's do some drawing. Let's go to style. Make sure we're on day, 3 months, 1 day. Yep. Go to style. We're going to change this to the monkey bars. Oh, if I could have a little monkey. I've always wanted a little monkey too, but remember that time that the chimpanzee attacked the woman and ripped her face off? She had to have a full, you know, facial transplant. Oh, can you imagine? I mean, I won't go out there with my roosters right now. I mean, they are really in an evil sort of way. Let's see. DraftKings. Yep. So we're at that almost center. We're looking for a breakout. A couple things that I would think about is perhaps you could buy an iron condor. not sell an iron condor. You could buy an iron condor looking to take advantage of that upcoming movement. Because a lot of times when you see this, when you see all of a sudden things getting wound tight, then that means it's like a spring, right? It's ready to burst open. Is that not open yet? This is so embarrassing. All right, here we go. We got them now. Let's see, this is December. This is November, so we want to project November into December. So we go first with the Fibonacci retracement. We draw from the bottom. We draw to the top. I am anal retentive. I don't know what that means, but I want to make sure that we put the high and the low for that month. We find that up here, the H and the L. You got to be somewhere on November to find it. So the L is 3502. Oh man, I couldn't have drawn it much better to start with. Look at that. And the high is 5372. A little off there. 5372. Chiponky ponky. All right. The left side of monkey bars, this is volume profile. This is market profile. This is volume, where the most volume was traded during the month of November. This is where the most number of days and time was spent at price. And notice it is exactly the same. We go over, we grab our tool, we grab our, we grab this one, the extension. We draw 3 points. One starts at the 50% dash line, left click. I go into the middle of this green and left click. Then I go down to the 100 line and I left click. Then I got me a nice little chart here. Now remember, the next step is to right click. We're going to activate this baby. We're going to take the 100 line down to this 200 line. So I'm going to grab it, pull the 100 down to this 200 line, get that all even. Okay, good. Then we're going to bring this 0 line down to the start of where we started on that little line there. So I'm going to grab it at this little dot, pull her down till I get this 0 line right at the top of that. Boom, chicky, boom. Got it. Then I'm going to hit the escape key. We are finished with you. So we're going to remove that drawing. Then we're going to name this puppy. We're going to name it November for December. And we are now going to set our color to green. That's a monthly. We're going to change this back to our standard chart. Okay. Now let's go back to volume profile and see what we got. Oh man. I love this, y'all. I mean, this is amazing. This is kind of cool. Matt had to leave us for a second. No problem, Matt. We know you'll watch this later because he really wanted a trade in DraftKings. Check this out. Let's minimize that a little bit, squeeze it out. Let me do a little drawing for you in case you forget where the fair value is. I'll draw the butt. There's the butt. That's the fair value range from 47.71 up to 47.46. Remember that this area above the fair value here is a little area that we call overbought, which means we would expect price to go back down. And at this point is a little level that we call oversold. Y'all, it is amazing to me how often this works. It's a crazy thing. Price for the DraftKings has been in this fair value range over the last 10 days. It has flirted with being oversold. And what did it do? Look at price. Price flirted with being oversold and bounced back into the fair range. It's still lower than where it was on volume profile. But look at this. The center is here, 52, 59, and the point of control on volume profile is at 53.7. What do we anticipate? Remember, in price on the daily chart in the let's see, back here. Let's go back there. Remember, in Trading View, we've got a triangle. This puppy is about to break out one way or the other. We've got a pretty good idea of that. Where do we think it's going to go? So we had that triangle on price on the daily that looked kind of like that. And we would anticipate price to break upward. Maybe price would break toward this upper level of volume profile. Maybe it would be this area. Heck, maybe it'll get in here and be overbought. But we anticipate price to break upward. How do you play that? Well, if you don't know which way price is going to break, you could do a buying an iron condor, as we talked about earlier, or we could do something else. Now again, there's a reason that we're probably not going to sell premium. We don't like selling premium in things that have low IV rank. IV rank in DraftKings is at 12.5. It's on the lower level, guys. Now, it doesn't decrease your chances of probability. The probabilities are the probabilities, right? You sell something here within this option chain, you're going to have, same probabilities. But what it does do is limits the amount of money you're going to make. You're not going to make as much money as if you were to do this in a something that had a higher implied volatility. So let's just type in DKNG and see what we have here. I always like to look at the implied volatilities here, just kind of see where the big stuff is. But since we may actually buy an option, maybe we're looking at something where this is lowest, right? 67 is 9 days, not enough time for it to work. There's 70, that goes down a little bit. That goes down a little bit. It goes up a little, doesn't it? 76 is higher. 51 is even higher. The lowest point of all of these that gives us enough time for the trade is the weekly of January 21st. What would be a trade that we could do if we're looking for a break to the upside? This is where, you could take a pot odds. What could you do? You could buy a call, couldn't you? You could buy a call looking for an up move, or let's see what would happen if you, let me go back to Tastyworks. I like the way Tastyworks shows things. DraftKings, which one did we say? The 30 day? Now you see their numbers are a little bit different, aren't they? Their numbers are a little bit different, but I think we were in there in the 30. What happens if you buy a call and sell? Buy one in the money. What is that? That's a 20% debit. That would give you, that's a 50% shot there, right? You got a 50% chance of success. What's the probability of that trade getting at 64%? At 50%, you got a 64% shot of that. Looks like that gives you a little negative delta. Your maximum profit is 20. Your maximum loss is 30. I mean, it's just a small trade, isn't it, guys? Let's look at this. Confirm that order. small little bit of buying power there. Interesting. Interesting. So you could do something like that, kind of like an in-out spread. Gives you a 50-50 shot of success. 64% of getting to that. Gives you a little bit of delta. The only problem is, look, this is well, no, you're getting a credit, aren't you? You're getting a credit for that trade. Let's put it into Tasty Thinkorswim. Do the same thing. Well, if we buy that one and we sell that one, buy one in the money, sell one out of the money. Yeah. Max profit, max loss. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Not really, a type of trade that I would make in that one. And I don't want to do something that's going to take away from my wonderful little bit of positive theta that I've got. So, I'm probably not making a trade in DraftKings. I mean, it kind of, goes against what I typically do and what I typically stand for. So I'm going to leave DraftKings alone, and we'll let, you could certainly buy a call. There's different things you could do, but that's not really my wheelhouse. Okay? All right, so what we've done today is run through portfolio management again. We've made a trade with XLK. We've moved that little puppy out in time. We collected a bigger credit than what it cost us to close our existing position. We've looked at DraftKings. I don't really see anything that I like personally in DraftKings. If I come up with something, I'll play with it. If I come up with something, I'll certainly post it. But as far as something that's going to add to my theta and add to what I'm trying to accomplish here, there's not really anything I want to do in DraftKings. All right? It's been a great session today. Thank you for joining us. I will post the video in just a moment. Thanks so much.